Hello, welcome everyone to the Vanguard Trading Channel, the place to start your forex journey. Today we're going to be talking about the types of currency pairs categories. Before we start, don't forget to like, share and subscribe so that you'll always be up to date to the latest content we drop. The forex market provides a wide variety of currencies that can be traded through a broker or a dealer. The three most common currency pair categories are the major currencies, minor currencies, and exotic currencies. The first currency pair category is major currencies. Now, major currencies, these are currencies that always include the US dollar, and they are the most liquid and volatile because of the high levels of activity in the forex markets. Examples of these major currencies are the euro and US dollar pair, the USD and Japanese yen pair, the British pound and US dollar pair, the US dollar and the Swiss franc pair, the Australian dollar and the US dollar pair, the US dollar and the Canadian dollar pair, and the New Zealand dollar and US dollar pair. The major currency pairs are also one of the most traded currency pairs in the forex markets, and most traders actually prefer trading them because some of them have got low spreads and low swap fees for those that prefer to hold their trades overnight or for a long time. Next category we have was the minor and cross currencies, and these currency pairs don't include the US dollar, but they include the euro, JPY, which is the Japanese yen, and GBP, which is the British pound. And the examples we have, the types of cross pairs we have the euro crosses, the yen crosses, the pound crosses, then we have other crosses. But the euro crosses, the yen crosses, and the pound crosses are the most popular. Now, examples of euro crosses are euro and Swiss franc, euro and British pound, euro and Canadian dollar, euro and Australian dollar, euro and New Zealand dollar. The next one is the yen crosses, and the most popular yen crosses, examples of yen crosses are the euro JPY, the British pound JPY, CAD and Japanese yen, Swiss franc and Japanese yen, Australian dollar and Japanese yen, New Zealand dollar and Japanese yen. The next example of popular crosses is the pound crosses, and we have the British pound and Swiss franc, which is known as the GBP CHF. We have the British pound and Australian dollar, which is known as the GBP AUD. We have the British pound and Canadian dollar, which is known as the GBP CAD. And then we have the British pound and the New Zealand dollar, which is known as the GBP and New Zealand dollar. Other examples of cross pairs, we have the Australian dollar and Swiss franc, the Australian dollar and Canadian dollar. We have the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, the Canadian dollar and Swiss franc, the New Zealand dollar and the Swiss franc, and the New Zealand dollar and the Canadian dollar. The last and final category is the exotic currencies. Now, these are currency pairs that have one major currency and one currency from an emerging market. And the transaction costs are very high because of low levels of liquidity and volatility. And the spreads are very wide and swapping fees are usually high. And some exotic pairs can only be traded in higher time frames. And what I mean by higher time frames, I'm talking about visibility. It is difficult to see and understand and analyze the charts in lower time frames. So you need to be able to go to a higher time frame from 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, or even 1 hour to be able to spot the chart more visible and to see what's going on. They are not mostly popular, but I do know that some individuals from their countries trade. Like, for instance, examples of exotic currency pairs, we've got New Zealand dollar and South African rand. Many South Africans actually trade this pair, and it's actually very popular and very liquid. And it's actually a very good pair to trade. And another example is the US dollar and Kuwait dollar. It's a very popular exotic currency pair, and people from that country actually trade it because it's got good volatility and liquidity. And another one is the US dollar and Hong Kong dollar. These are the three most popular exotic currencies. Another example is the US dollar and Mexican peso, which is USD and MXN pair. It's another very popular exotic currency. Now, that sums up all the types of forex currency pair categories. I hope you learned something. I hope you gained insight. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and stay tuned to the channel for more posts and updates. Thank you.